We are now in Wenzhou. It is a city on the southeast part of China. This city is unique because it's full of entrepreneurs, and at the same time, people here speak a different language called Wenzhounese, and it's a language that other parts of China don't really understand. And back in the days, during the war, they used this language to communicate, so nobody understands, and it's called the devil's language. Anyways, why is this city so important? Because it is home for me. I grew up here, so I wanted to show you guys the best out of the best. We declared in Sichuan, tofu brain or tofu pudding is a debate between the southern Chinese and northern Chinese. And Wenzhou is located in the south part of China, but actually we have both savory and sweet one. My personal favorite is always the sweet one. So let me show you how the sweet one looks like. The secret of this tofu pudding is actually mint. It's mint with sugar water, I think, and then you just add a little bit. And voila! I'm gonna try. It's sweet but not too much, and the sesame really brings out the aroma. And the tofu is just so soft, it's like melting in your mouth. At the same time, the hint of mint really enhances the whole flavor. It's like, I don't know if you've ever had Fuse coffee, their mint mojito. It's like the same idea. It sounds weird, but this is amazing. I would always come back just for this bowl of tofu pudding. Next up, sticky rice. That's something all of us will miss from Wenzhou when we're away. And it sounds very simple. It's basically sticky rice steamed in a bamboo basket. You have broth over with minced pork and then Chinese donut. But it's very hard to get the ratio perfect. Once done right, it's rich, it's flavorful, and super filling. And then you can literally work all day without getting hungry. So let me show you. I asked for the soft and crispy Chinese donut combination. So one bite of it, you really have all the texture and flavor explosion. The sauce is so rich, but it's not too salty because sometimes it can be very salty. And the sticky rice, you can really taste every single piece of it. And blend in so well with those Chinese donut and this aroma from minced pork and the sauce. This is so good. And then you have a hint of like spring onions in the end. You can refill the Chinese donut, the sauce, and the minced pork anytime if you want more, which is very valuable. Because you always want more, right? Rice bowls. It's basically a variation of the rice bowl we had earlier, but you tuck all the ingredients inside of sticky rice. And the store I'm going, it's right behind me. It used to be a little window in an alleyway, and I grew up eating, and now it's super popular. You see all the lines behind me. Anyways, we had the savory version, and now I'm gonna show you a sweet version. Hangi hegai agi gai kualang saigi gadi le gai kualang. Can't wait. So basically they put all the sticky rice and made them into a bowl and then put them into a sesame and sugar mix. Cheers! The sesame is super fragrant, and then you have like the Chinese donut fried, so you have this crisp texture. And also I added salted egg yolk. It sounds weird, but it's a perfect blend. It really enhances the whole rice bowl taste. It's not only sweet because you have like a hint of saltiness, which is interesting, but definitely worth trying. So crunchy. It's like sticky on the outside, crunchy on the inside, and at the same time you have like the softness from the egg yolk. This is perfect. But I'm getting very, very full, so. We are gonna get our third breakfast now. It's also starch. I'm taking you guys to Wenzhou's rice noodles. The rice noodle here is a bit like Vietnamese pho, but we use pork bone broth rather than beef broth. And I think the noodle itself is a bit thicker and wider. And then I'm taking you to a shop that I grew up eating. It's right behind me, and that's a taste I constantly crave when I'm in Canada, and it's definitely super local, so I'll show you guys. First, I'm always gonna try the eggs. I think because they use a lot of oil, so that's definitely the taste that you can't make at home, and that's something I'm missing. And then the noodle. It's super soft. They have like minced pork on top of it. I think that's like the highlight of it. And at the same time, they also have like pickled vegetables. Add a bit like flavor to the soup. The broth itself is super clear and it's light. That's a flavor I'm craving for. So how they make this rice noodle is a bit different from the Vietnamese pho, and they usually just make rice sheet first and then they cut it by hand, and that's how they made this shape. Have you ever heard of milk bar? So this is a concept that originated from Wenzhou. Most of us from this city grew up drinking milk from this brand. So in this bar, you can either find yogurt or milk with dates, milk with eggs, any type of milk products. You can even find snacks, so like bread and stuff like that. So it is a go-to place for people either wanted to get breakfast or after school, we would always hang out in this milk bar because parents would never say no to this place. And my favorite is always yogurt. So if you ever come to Wenzhou, you should check this place out. There's this type of fish called Chinese drum. It's big, affordable, and super available. And people here are getting very creative in preserving them. One way is to make fish bowl. It might not look like a bowl, but let me show you. So it doesn't look like a bowl, it's like a strip. I'm gonna try. You can even taste the fish texture itself, and then with a little bit flour. And the soup is super light, just a little bit vinegar, white pepper, and I think some cooking wine. In the fish bowl itself, you can taste the ginger, green onions. It's so soothing. It's like perfect after a whole day of work, and then you come here for a bowl of fish bowl soup. So almond tofu is something I grew up eating. It has nothing to do with almond. Basically, this is made with milk and gelatin, and then you put a lot of canned fruit in it, and then sugar water, and that's it. It's super simple, but it really hits the spot because they also add a hint of mint here, so it's super refreshing. I mean, who doesn't like canned fruit, right? This is the perfect late night snack for the summer. This is the infamous Wenzhounese ice cream. It sounds scary because it's basically the Chinese version of vanilla ice cream with raw egg. But it's my all-time favorite. This is so good. The egg does not have this eggy taste at all. It really enhances the flavor of the ice cream. And after a while, the raw egg kind of creates this layer on top of this ice cream. It's like a bit crispy. Super good. Then you have this black sesame seeds. It really enhances the whole flavor and aroma to the whole dessert. And this egg yolk, this is magic. Pig intestine noodle. Sounds great already, right? This dish basically only has 3 ingredients: pig intestines, duck blood, and rice noodles. But it's one of the most popular and common Wenzhounese dish. So let me show you. Hey guys, 這個飯鰻魚嘅鰻有大腸跟小腸有什麼區別啊？那種厚的腸子是大腸。这是大肠吗？哦，那我就小肠吧。
So tell me you want more. 너무 잦은 다툼 가끔씩은 지치기도 해 이제는 너무해
I usually never get this in a store because my dad cooks super well and it's very hard to clean the pig intestine well, so I'm gonna try. And the rice noodle they use are relatively thicker, you can see. This is the taste. Because it's thicker, so it has this more chewy texture. And then pig intestines was cleaned very, very well, so it's really tender, really flavorful. One thing you can't miss from this dish is actually this garlic leaf. It really adds this aroma to the dish. They use this soybean paste in this broth, so it brings an extra kick. The duck blood tastes like tofu. It's super soft. And it's like melts the moment you bite into it. It's super, super flavorful. It's like taste of umami with pig taste and some duck blood and the veggies. This is perfect for either late night snack or lunch or dinner, even breakfast. I don't know. You can eat this any time of the day.
Just wanted more
As a coastal city, Wenzhou is also known for its seafood, but the seafood here is very different from the seafood in Kanto province. Because Wenzhou is located in between a river and sea, so the seafood tend to be smaller and with my bias, a bit more tender and juicier. And local here love to gather around in a seafood restaurant like this and get a private dining room and chat away. So let me take you to a real local experience. So usually people start with cold dishes and we normally order like 6 to 8 cold dishes depending how many people we have. And here we go. It's a real mess here as you can see. Anyways, people then would order seafood from the counter and then they will measure it for you on the spot. There are like shellfishes and there are fish and then like lobster on the other side. And well, let me show you what we've ordered.
어디든지 떠나 자유로운 비행
my last meal at home. So my dad made my favorite dishes. This is marinated crab, and this is like fish, but then we pat it until it's like translucent, like a sheet of paper. Look how transparent it is. And I'm gonna try. It's like almost like noodle, super slippery, and it's just so soft. It's like you eating crystal jelly, but you have the taste of fish, and then you have the whole flavor of the soup. That's also something that you only find in Wenzhou. And now it's crab. If there's one thing I'd eat before I die, it's this. This is salt marinated crab. It's a bit different than the one you find in Korea because they use soy sauce. This is salt only. Have you ever had salted ice cream? So like the texture tastes like ice cream, but then it's like crab, if you know what I mean. You can taste the slight sweetness. It's like the freshness from the sea. It's so buttery. This is so good. And then you just get all the eggs and then put it on top of hot rice. Now I'm gonna enjoy my last meal with my family, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in Shanghai. Bye!